What's going on, Master Duel fans? James here again. Look, originally I was supposed to be on schedule for this week's upload set of videos, but we're going to make this super quick for you guys. Dice Rally is returning, and according to the rules, Fusion, Synchro, and Links. So if that's never the case, we are going to make up either a separate video, or B, try to make this all together so that way we can figure out what's the ban list going to be looking like. So most cases, according to the rules, it's Fusion, Synchro, and Links. So that way we can get down to the nitty gritty. So starting off fresh with the bans in terms of extra deck, to be specific. No Dracotail or Thalion, which of course they need this guide, so it's basically, oh, and Dracotail Gulamel completely cut. So unfortunate as it is, extra deck wise, no Dracotail because they knew full well it's going to be the best deck in terms of Dice Rally, so they say completely cut the card out. No Sangenpai Transcendent, as well as the Bident Dragons. So Tenpai Dragons are completely cut in terms of being the best Synchro deck ever there is. So Dracotail, Tenpai Dragon completely cut. Okay, they finally learned their lesson last time. Zorua the Magistus Conflagrant Calamity ends up banned because, you know, him being a floodgate means you're shutting off the extra deck effects. Hearts Cryptor, aka Queen of Hearts, you know, it's Malice. Same goes for White Binder, to be specific, and Red Ransom in Master Duel. So no Malice because they don't want Malice to become the best Link deck there is. So that basically takes care of the top 3 decks in each extra deck category. No Moon of the Closed Heavens, so basically no Fiendsmith Bridges. No Cupsy Yummy Way, and yet Cookie and Lolipo, the Synchros, to be specific, allowed in this. And then Geonator Transverser banned. Oh, that's crazy, dude. The Limited Cards Extra Deck Edition. Lunalight Liger Dancer being the best Lunalight fusion there is, makes sense. Phantom of Bell makes sense. Memento Mythalan Tekatlika Creation King to 1. I mean, you know, Memento's greatest fusion there is though, so not much to say about it. Blaze Phoenix, the Burning Bombardment Bird, it makes it so that it being at 1, not banned, means there shouldn't be any FTKs lying around involving this card. Blue Eye Spirit Dragon of 1 being the best Synchro to it. Yummy Snatchy to 1, it's a TCG thing. And if I recall, in terms of Master Duel, to be specific, I think either A, Arclight is the real deal hit, or B, it being at 1 means Yummy is a thing. And then to 2, nothing. Okay, so a quick recap Liger Dancer, Phantom Bell, Creation King, Blaze Phoenix at 1. No Arthalion or Gulamel. No Transcendent Dragion or Biden Dragion. Spirit Dragon a 1. Zorua Synchro Band. No Malice. No Moon. And in Master Duel, to be specific, almost forgot to mention, Nightmare Mermaid completely cut for the sake of Orcish shenanigans in terms of bridging moments. Snatchy to 1, TCG Thing. Arclight to 1. Tupsy Yummy Way completely cut. Geonator Transverser Band and Trident Dragon completely cut as well. Almost forgot to mention because, Tenpai Dragon. Otherwise, these top/best decks, they don't want it to be the same all the time. Draco Tail, Tenpai Dragon, Malice. Looking at all three of you. And now for the actual event ban list. Not counting the typical average floodgates/lingering effects. Okay, no Time Lords as always. No Labyrinth. No Kyoto Retrain. So basically, they're going to end up taking out the retrained Mudor as well, if I was going to guess. No Altar Huli, but we'll see there. White Rabbit, Dormouse, Cheshire Cat, completely cut. No Dracotail Malulu. Maxi Band. Wow. No Mitsurugi. Obviously, no extra deck locks. No Mechankos. And then doesn't matter. Oh, overstepped there. Okay. Anything? That grass looks greener. Thrust completely cut. And then, of course, no Draco Tail, which is, of course, they don't want it to be the best fusion in that category. Yep, no mechanical cards, shame. So, no double-edged sword, no mechanical spells. Runic Fountain Band, it'll have the players outright annoyed by this card. Call by Band, big oof. Cross out Designator Band as well, big oof. Ghost Meets Girl, a masterful Mayakashi Shiranui saga, grade A turn skip. No transaction rollback, no judgment, no strikes. And then SRs. Again, no Fluwanderies as mentioned. No Moulin Glacier because hand rips. No Megazaborg, wasting extra deck. No Bistials. We need spells to play. We need spells and traps to play. Aside from the typical average no burn cards rule either, so we're going to outright go past it. Ultimate Baseball Kit, of all things? Let's see what's up. Extra 1000 attack for each face-up fire monster on the field except this card, and then you can send one other face-up fire monster you control to the graveyard. Burn your opponent 500 damage. Oh, I think I see where this is going to go. Like one of those burn/FTK cards involving this And Maple Maiden. Makes sense. Elfuria completely cut, even though XZ doesn't matter in this position. Yeah, so no Mechankos. Gale Dogra wasting extra deck. Mutant of all things, banned, strangely enough. And then, doesn't matter. Okay. Extra Foolish Burial ban, you're wasting extra deck. Stoic Challenge ban, at least is some OTK shenanigans involving the equipped monsters. In terms of XZs, of course. Heavy Polymerization ban, and it makes it so that there's no alternative way or no cheat sheet in terms of easy way out to make instantaneous Liger dancers on the spot. No viruses, evenly matched banned, and obviously nothing more, nothing less on lingering floodgate good stuff. So, all right, for the rares, Kashtira Ogre completely banned. Numini Ratistudo, Silva, Hand Rips, Catapult Turtle, FTKs, Armed Samurai, these guys that deals with making second attacks or additional attacks in terms of OTKs. Treasure Panda banned for the sake of Exodia shenanigans. And then Baby Spider ban, I'm pretty much guessing Mother Splitter Spider ban as well. Mother Spider Splitter, yep. And then doesn't matter. Okay. So no life point payment by all means necessary. No Summon Breaker. Parallel Teleport ban. What's the case with this? Tribute 1 level 7 or Tribute 1 Psychic monster with a level. Special 1 level 7 or lower Psychic from your deck or extra deck makes sense to me because they don't want you to go that completely fast in terms of accelerating speed with Psychics. Makes sense. And on top of that, losing life points, which is the realest reason. Makes sense. Dragon's Mind completely banned. It's basically Judgment, but you got to control something that's 2500 original stats. And then normals. Let's see. More self-defeat cards. Shadow Priestess of Ohm banned. Tribute 1 face-up dark monster you control to the graveyard. Burn your opponent 800 damage, as in not once a turn. Shadow Priestess of Ohm FTKs makes sense. Ra's Disciple, Retaliating Seed completely cut because, you know, lingering floodgate. And then doesn't matter. Okay. Soundproof ban. This card can only be activated at the start of main phase 1. Very first thing you gotta play. And only if you control no face-up Synchro monsters. No one can special a Synchro monster until your opponent's next end phase, so a lot of turns later. Makes sense. Rage with Eyes of Blue, so Blue Eyes, OTKs. Mischief of the Yokai ban, and Mischief of the Gnomes, level modulation. And then, yeah, there you go. That is your bans in terms of generic cards. The limited generic cards. Imseti Horus, Fire King High Avatar Karen, Sengenjin Millennium, Regenesis Archfiend, Fiendsmith Engraver, Ocean Dragon Lord, Kyriushin Legal this time. Welcome back. Ursu Orcus Mekk-Knight, Aluber, I think that's a real deal hit there. I think. And if not, let me know in terms of the comparison between this and the official Master Duel list. Tenement Sharon, Reinohard, Mathmech Circular. Raisins being limited means one of the true starters in Vanquish Soul makes sense to me. And if they really wanted to outright play this, that basically means Rhoda as well as the Joy use, the equip spell to get a Fire Warrior makes sense. Centurion Primera, and then the real deal 10 pod cards, Primite Dragon Etherbera to 1, Primites. Crystron Tristaros being the best card in Crystron. Snake Eyes Poplar, Maiden of White, Tipsy Yummy, Marshmallow Yummy. Again, they don't want it to be the best Synchro deck there is. Super Heavy Samurai, Prodigy Wakashi. And then the spells in, technically more UR cards in terms of limited. The Alt Art Pot of Extravagance limited, that pretty much means the SR version of Extrav is also limited. Branded Fusion, Gem Knight Dispersion, Wishes for Eyes of Blue, the limited Fiendsmith Strat makes sense. In Master Duel's event specifically, Original Sinful Spoil Snake Eye to 1, Bonfire to 1, Snake Eye. Stake Your Soul, they don't want Vanquish Soul to become the best. King Sarcophagus, limited. Brilliant Fusion, limited. Deception, limited. Lunar Light Masquerade, limited. I mean, let's be real about this. In any past event with Lunar Lights, even if they put it at 1, I played only 1 copy of Masquerade anyways. Emblema Oath to 1, and then SRs. Blood Dragon, Heart of the Blue Eyes. And then obviously some are real deal hits. So Crystron Sulfador to 1. Again, they don't want Crystron to become the best, especially if it's patched with K9. Gem Knight Quartz to 1. Also, searchable all from Misting Ceilings. Thank you very much. Centurion Tradea. They don't want Centurion to become the best. OGLZ of the White Forest to 1. Okay, they must have saw my showcase from the last dice rally with Allure Queen White Forest. They saw the showcase. Also, they don't want White Forest Centurion together as a thing though. But at the same time, we can still make White Forest Allure Queen happening if I decided to do that route. But we'll see. Sage with Eyes of Blue to 1, real starter. Snake Eye Ash to 1, makes sense. Samsar D Lotus to 1, starter for you, Bell. And then the rest, Allure Darkness, Pot of Duality, real deal. Pot of Extravagance, or not Extravagance, sorry, Desires. I think that's a real deal thing. Foolish Goods, that's a real deal. Extrav, real deal. And then I Meet You, Cyber Slop Dex. Widow Anchor to 1 makes sense. They don't want Striker to become the best thing there is in terms of having too many interrupts with Widow Anchor. Macrocosmos, Apophis of the Swamp DD to 1 makes sense. Poseidra, the Storming Elenian to 1, Water Decks. They don't want you to go that crazy. Hardport to 1 card's crazy. Firewall Defensor, the card that starts it all. D Fisher to 1 makes sense. And then as for cards at 2, the real deal cards being semi-limited. And this has been James Polk with the Dice Rally Banlist. What deck are you going to play? Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and hit that notification bell to keep yourself constantly updated. And I shall catch you guys in the event. And furthermore, once again, if you are a brand new player or returning player after 1 full month of missing gameplay, be sure to use my campaign code in the description below so we can gather the campaign prizes. Thank you guys for tuning in. Catch you guys next time.